together have Joanes, Alvin, Angelyn, and Stanis. Our kopitiam is Old Street Kopitiam. We opened in 2006. This year, we try to make some traditional coffee style and try to make authentic and traditional coffee such as roti bakar, nasi lemak, and some rice, chicken rice. And atmosphere, we try to build a very vintage and very warm environment. And mission, we try to create a welcoming or welcoming space for all age and affording dining option for everyone can affordable. Now I want to pass to Angelyn. Thank you.
Technology has known that impact the food and beverage. Technology events in order for kopitiam. Events because it helps them class, smaller and serve customer better. Many kopitiam now use digital payment system like Google Pay, e-wallet, and QR code. This system let customers make quickly without using cash. This is very helpful, especially during a busy hour like breakfast and lunch. It also reduces mistake or problem with cash handling. Customers get faster service and staff can focus more on preparing and serving foods. Technology also help kopitiam manage their daily work. Many shops use a POS system to record sales, check store, and see which menu items are more popular. This helps owners make better decisions such as ordering the line, order the ingredient, and vending promotion. Digital ordering systems like QR code menu and online ordering help reduce mistake in order and make service faster. Customers get the line, food quickly, and stock lines smallly. Next, I talk about the technology for marketing and customer reach. Technology also help kopitiam reach more customers and grow their business. Online delivery platforms like GrabFood and Foodpanda. This will order for home, school, or work without going to the shop. This helps business sales more for ensure new customers. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp help kopitiam promote their menu, special offer, and communicate with customers. Customers can also leave review online, which help the store improve service and lose of good reputation. Overall, the technology help kopitiam work better, serve customers faster, ensure more viewer, and stay successfully in today's commodity market. By using digital payment, post-season online ordering, delivery platform, and social media, kopitiam can run their business more easy and grow successfully. Next question, sorry.
About these technology factors that impact in the future, online ordering and digital payment is the first point. More customers will use mobile app and digital try to make some orders and give the payment because it's more effective for the restaurant. The business must continue to invest in the digital system to stay competitive and efficiency. The second point is automation and smart kitchen technology. And business will use smart and kitchen automatic cooking technology in future can reduce labor cost and save the time. But when the manager of the restaurant must try to give the focus as on training because maybe no training the food will be more worse. The effect will be more worse. And the third point of the factors can affect in future food delivery technology. AI-based logistics will try to help business because maybe restaurant will try to make Grab and the GPS will help the deliveries. The person who delivers can help to come to our restaurant to collect the food, and business must try to modify the platform fees and technology combination. The last point is artificial intelligence and data analytics. AI will help business to make decisions and try to predict customer demand and increase the customer satisfaction. With the trend of energy in future, digital ordering and cashless payment. Many people will also use the QR the owner of the restaurant will try to use QR menus because they can save money and save the labor and meet consumer demand for speed and convenience because many customers will like speed and no one likes slow. They must be efficient. Automation booking technology, automated booking machines, and inventory management system reduce humans, labor costs, and save time. Third one is expansion of food delivery technology. Every restaurant will try to build a delivery platform like Grab and Foodpanda because can expand the business and try to make more money and it's more convenience for restaurant owner or owner of restaurant. And the last is and data analytics. You try to predict customer demand and also optimize business performance and AI will give owner support better decision making. Distribution of energy user. Investment in technology system, the business must continue system upgrade if necessary because technology is essential to stay competitive. The second is benefit and cost of digital solutions. Online ordering and cashless payment is the most important. I think it's most important in the future for restaurant owner of restaurant. And automation has not feedback, reduce labor costs, and require proper staff training and system integration because just like I already mentioned, food delivery expansion challenge, create new revenue opportunities, and maintain food quality standard, and must manage the platform risk. If not enough, then the platform will just straightly cut your operation. And I'll pass to Joanes. Thank you.
So now I'm going to talk about the economic factor, and mostly it's more about the challenges So the first one is high computer with modern cafe and global chains we want to share that. Nowadays there are many Starbucks or juice coffee or chai tea like that. So they are having the customers from traditional convenience. And now look at the danger of online people like go to the distribution coffee shop rather than convenience. So the second one is that 20% rent hike price rising, the price cost will not only coffee bean is rising, our milk is also rising, our sugar is also rising, and the hawkers, hawkers food, all is also rising. When all these prices rising, our customers are also more likely to buy the food. And the third one is saturation price. Yeah, food storage, economy, causing labor shortage. The Korean owners, their sons or daughters, maybe they are more likely to sitting in the office or running the modern cafe rather than continue their father's business and running the Korea. So it will cause that this Korean have no money being the owner and this Korean only they can just go down. Before I start for the economic trend, I want to say about one point. So, what makes Malaysia Kopitiam so special, in my opinion, is those uncle auntie drinking beer, sitting at Kopitiam for early morning and talking about maintenance is also our social life. So, our challenge for the final is the adoption of digital payment, cloud internet, and social media to survive that. We mentioned that modern cafe, they are liking to go for card payment, cash and go. So if this Kopitiam they want to survive, they also need to start going for cash and go, going for card payment. And also there is a risk that this cafe region may show the autonomous community so of Kopitiam. Like just now I mentioned that those are Angelyn, maybe they don't like to use for card or they don't like to use for cash and go. When this Kopitiam is start for all digitalized, this Angelyn working is hard to use, so I go to like a Kopitiam. Next is the economic inclusion for economic inclusion, especially which go to very two extreme way. First is for the risk that Kopitiam has ensured loss of unique social economic go for communities. They fail to turn to modern, so all the Kopitiam is over. Kopitiam become a historic in Malaysia. Or in the other hand, we also have such as food aversion to make Malaysia a global economy and cultural economy, which means Kopitiam can become a threat of Malaysia, neither in culture or our economy. So it becomes a norm for other countries as our Malaysia.
So these the political factors for the Kopitiam business in Malaysia. So for the essential point is because we have each state and then we have each law for the states, for the food rules and regulations. So we need to suit other different states rules and regulations. So yeah, and then we need to adapt changes in minimum labor wages policy and stricter immigration rules. So this is about for the foreign workers. The foreign workers also need to have the minimum labor wages, which is 1,700, right? Yeah. And then the third point is we need to focus on eco-friendly packaging demands. Okay, so for example, in 2012, December 1. United States government already banned about for the styrofoam. So for this material, it has harmful for our health. So the government banned, and also in 2025 January 1, United government already banned the single-use plastic straw. So that's also helped to us to achieve for the eco-friendly packaging for our research. And next is adapt new food safety standards. So about for right now, the technology is already advanced. So we need to adapt for the new standard about for the food safety, something like the machines, something like the kitchen equipment. Yeah, we need to make regularly updates. Yeah, so accommodate shift in international trading policy is also very important because some things like the Ukraine and Russia, they are fighting right now, and they have the war, something like that. So that will maybe influence our trading policy, and then we need to adapt for this. Yeah, so for political factor about the trends is about something like government regulation. So related to the license and also for safety regulations and also for hygiene standards. Next is Kopitiam should shift away from the reliance on foreign labor. So that's about for the something like you go to outside and then you go to eat and then you see the Bangladesh, they are cooking something like that, and then the waiter also Bangladesh, something like that. You mostly you will not see about for the local people do for that. Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons about for the training that's not enough, and also for the specific training about for the local workers also not very enough . So we need to invest in multi-skill staff training to maintain our productivity. So for a worker, it can be a kitchen helper, it can also be a waiter, also be a cashier, also can be a manager to manage other waiter, so they can maintain our productivity. Next is business must adopt flexible models centered on delivery, takeaway, and digital platform. For this trending is about for the food panda, something like Angelyn already said, for the food delivery, like food panda, shopping food, something like that. And then we need to have the very convenient packaging, and also we need to eco-friendly packaging also so can make more convenient and so more eco-friendly. Yes. Okay, so this is about the implications. So for the implications for the political factor in Malaysia is something like regulatory and operational professionalism. So for stricter environment and safety oversight, essential necessity, discipline, administrative management is something about for the we need to stricter the rules and regulation to comfort our quality and also for the customer to gain the consumer trust. For next is labor efficiency and automation. Yeah, so for the rising of the cost and all the workforce shortage, there will be a shift towards to our higher productivity for this industry. So regarding for the long-term investing in staff training, and also we need to have the skills to adopt the to adapt to the this times up for the advanced technology, something like that, to reduce manual dependency about for the local worker also can, and also for the foreign worker also lah. So next is digital inclusion, is something like the digital also lah, for the food panda, something like that. We need to balancing the traditional heritage between the modern delivery platform. Yes, next.
So now we further about the social factor which will affect the output and business. So firstly, Kopitiam is one of the signatures of Malaysia. Well, I want to ask you a question. Do you know how the Kopitiam name is came from? So Kopitiam word is made up with two different languages. Kopi is from Malay, it's called coffee, and then the tiam is from Hokkien Chinese, it's called a shop. And the Kopitiam is a place which is accessed by the different other places. On average day, one or two Kopitiam will be located in each of the destination area of AB. Even for example, we look at our Indie campus, we nearby the Taman called the Lipsing Land. They are also a Kopitiam, very famous and more popular program one. And then the Kopitiams are treated as a social space to chit chat, and then read newspapers and discuss politics. Yeah, I think we all have experience. We have visited Kopitiams. We have seen some of the people, even they have finished the foods, then still they are going to chit chat and communicating like that. And then reading newspapers, and most of the older people, the Chinese people, they prefer to talk about the politics and etc. Again, the Malaysians see the Kopitiam as a regular spot to take their daily breakfast, lunch and dinner, and to having the huge variety of foods and then big affordable prices. And then, so we now look at the trend analysis for the business. So usually coffee and tea are the simple ritual morning ritual in the social space to find the seat. Even we want to talk about something good collaboration or the person want, definitely we have a cup of tea or coffee. It's our become daily culture. But however, currently the recent coffee has changed to the role of necessity, symbol of luxury and sophistication due to the enhanced urbanity and then the modernization. And then Malaysians are mostly prefer to consider single origin beans. Single origin beans is come from the coffee beans. They are produced in a single geographic area. For example, we running in a Kopitiam in Penang. We have to use the coffee beans from produced by them in Malaysia, not about the imported one. But unfortunately, we are using the blended beans, and most of the consumers want a single origin beans due to its purity and consistency. And then most of the consumers, they are giving the importance to the blended coffee brands such as like Starbucks and Coffee Beans. I think some of you have a personal intention of Starbucks now. And due to their transparency and they are enhancing the trust among consumers because they are they're trying to connect between the consumers, they are fulfilling the needs of the consumers and customers. So implication. So due to the facing the huge weight of the coffee trends, Kopitiam also need to expand its menu into such things such as like Americano and like that. And generating shop spaces, for example, we are in the vinaigrette, so we have to adapt something in quality and also the more Western cultures one, adding the marble and something like that. But we have to still have stick on the nostalgic and the criteria, yes, and injecting the technology criteria into operation. For example, in some of the Kopitiams are using the touch and go and the wireless menu systems, not just like that. And then they convert the traditional Kopitiam into the brands. Because brands, they are stand-alone firms. Their main mission is targeting the audience to purchasing their goods from regularly, oftenly. So, but Kopitiams, they are running by the traditional and by the family business. So they can't able to target the audience, and then they cannot able to sustain the market because due to the commitment and etc. However, if let's say they commit into the brand, it will stand alone and gain more trust and loyalty among the current customers. So now we look at the local and international market challenges which will affect our business. So firstly, local market. The first challenge that we are going to face is about the lack of the coffee beans production will not able to meet the demand. So firstly, Malaysia still imports the coffee beans from the other countries due to the huge demand of the premium coffee beans like Robusta Arabica. And then the Malaysian coffee market is totally depends on 90% of the imported coffee beans. For example, Muhammad Mansabu is our Minister of Agriculture and Food Security of Malaysia. He has addressed the SSI is called stock to sales ratio for the coffee consumption in Malaysia as recorded to the 33.2%. Is a very huge. Overall, they import around 126,062 metric tons to meet the domestic demand. And the second one is the lack of labor force that I mentioned for my life. And then mostly the Kopitiams are hired the foreign workers, but currently Malaysian immigration have tightened the regulation. So the Kopitiam owners, they have to face the obstacle to fulfill the complaints procedure papers done. So and also the importing the mega staff, they also have to pay the additional cost. So it must be more higher and more costly. And then most of the Malaysian youngsters are always prefer to work with flexible schedules. Flexible schedules means if let's say in my working in a company, I want to work with I prefer to work in my home and also in the office. So for like that. And then the work-life balance they are required. And digitally environment. So the Kopitiam business, they always relies on the physical burden. We have to stand over the 9 hours, something like that. So they do not rely on that. For now, I'm like to invite Joanes to talk about the international challenges.
So now we are talking about for international market challenges for both ways. For other country watching Kopitiam and our Kopitiam want to go for international. So the first one is the price cost. Just I mentioned in our economic factors, all the raw materials price is increasing. And the second one is the brand and trend. Global shift to premium coffee means traditional coffee means strong ready to compete. Just also like I mentioned in the economic trend. Now the teenagers are more ready for juice coffee, Starbucks like that. So if our Kopitiam want to have more customer in their coffee, need to have a more strong brand. And the last one is regulators from best food safety law, import rules, and certification cost major barrier for small business. This one is more for our Kopitiam want to go out to international. The owners want to open a Kopitiam in UK or in US. They will meet different laws and different costs to open their Kopitiam. Just I will pass to Alvin for the last part.
Okay, so for the last part is company internal lah. So for the first point is for financial and operational pressure. So for this is totally need to improve the profitability lah. So the ability to make more profit and also like tightening the cost controls. So about for the labor lah and also for operation cost lah and also for materials also. To reduce the wastage and also for the training and also for discipline overhead management need to be more focused lah. Next is about for labor and digital transformation. As just now I said about for the digital trends and also for the labor we need to focus about for we don't want to over dependence about for the foreign workers and also we need to improve our payments method, something like cashless payments, touch and go like Shopee Pay, something like that. So and also for digital delivery system so just now I already stated. And next is regulatory and strategy resilience. So for the long-term sustainability by prioritizing the food safety compliance. Yeah. So for the first, we need to focus on the food safety. This is the most important one. Before everything like operation cost, profit, food safety we need to put in the first place. And next is the eco-friendly practices, something like we used to give the customer about for the one-time use straw and also cutlery also. Next is about the precise management plans to fortify the customer trust. Yeah, so we need to build the customer trust, then we can have a very stable consumer base. Yeah. So that's all for that. Here's our reference. Yeah, and this also. Okay, thank you. Any question?
Yeah, okay, well, okay. Before I give a comment, right, so let me have a few questions here. So you planning to start up your kopitiam business?
Yes.
Why you choose kopitiam other than the other business? Why you choose this kind of business?
Kopitiam is very more closely to us. Yeah, for the restaurant and also for something like the food court, something like that, that's not very close to us. Kopitiam, that's very not say very that, but will be more convenient for us because everywhere have one, and also for the more cheaper, and also for the service also very okay lah. Not like the you know mama. There's too much the customer, so it cannot handle. But for kopitiam, the table is fixed one month, so okay lah. They can handle for that.
So you said that the kopitiam business you got everywhere you can find. Okay, so means that so many business kopitiam there,
Yes.
right? Okay, so where you want to come in, right? You want to start this business. How are you going to compete with all these established companies that been right so long right in the market? So how are you going to compete with them?
So the kopitiam is not about is already existing in our organization. So it's already binding in ourselves in our income culture. If let's say any foreign countries that have entered the market, it's still our personal intention will go to the oldest one, not Stanis. So that's why we have big kopitiam business. Even the Oriental Kopi we already know one of the establishments. They also sticking on the oldest kopitiam environment. So kopitiam is not about the base itself culture. It becomes it's part of our daily life. So if let's say if we can carry forward to the future generations, they also follow that. So that's why we trusting the kopitiam business overall compared to the other concrete guys.
So is that the demanding of this kopitiam is consistent?
Yes.
Alright. So wherever that the other business of kopitiam also kopitiam, right, will be what kind of the size of kopitiam? Is it a small one, medium size, or big kopitiam?
I think this is a bigger one. Compared to the food court, like proper food court.
So it means that you will operate in the food court.
Yes.
So food court is small. The big one will be like, big kopitiam. Consider like coffee, is an international kopitiam. This is also considered kopitiam. But international, design, operation. Okay, of course, kopitiam is more localized. Alright, in terms of the design, in terms of the product, right, more localized. Okay, Coffee Bean, Starbucks, kopitiam also like an international brand. Okay, but there is a big scale, the restaurant type. Okay, so that's why I asked you to kind of a small one, like hawker, like, in the somewhere the food store, in the food court, that is quite small one. Okay, because you want to have your own, like not building your own shop, it's difficult to sharing, right? Sharing with others, that is quite a small one. Okay, alright, and since you're talking about demanding, right, how are you going to attract customers? See that so many people going to everywhere, how are you going to attract these people? How do you kopitiam?
So sir, we have binding of business into the technological environment, right? So we are doing the marketing via the social media and attracting more younger people, because the younger people, they are adapting to the more equality and modern metropolitan area. So we have they are also scrolling every day into social media, right? So we marketing into the social media to attract them, because online, as I told you, the kopitiam is not about the influencer culture, so it will attract them. So if let's say we have adapted to the more modernized things, it easily attract them. So they also come and see it, and then it's a look very pretty and also very differentiate between compared to others. So it attract them.
So different of
Other company, how different is it? Something like that. For example, putting some pharmacy, more classical things. For example,
so mean the look,
Yes.
right? Not the food. The food is the same as the others.
same, and sometimes we have
We need to create a new niche.
Yes.
Yeah, we edit every single day we need to try to create a new dish, something like that. And also we need to try to make it looks like very. I think it's we have our style that's very important. Yeah, for our style is very important, because we have to make it vintage, and also we need to make it more relaxed, something like that lah. So from the chair and also from the table, we need to find some. Maybe we should find some real wood, and now we need to paint some the wood color, something like that for our environment lah. Yeah, and also we can try to make some. We can also cosplay some character lah. So we can make the tourism also, because tourism spots also. Yeah, because for social media they want to take a photo lah, they want to share lah, they want to go to Instagram to share with their friends lah, something like that. So this also a very important strategy for us.
So in this case, the foreigner, I mean the tourists, they come, right?
Yeah.
Welcome them, and they will get surprised now. They will see your workers. The workers, is it come from local or from Malaysia?
Totally local. Because our training we need to do it very best. Yeah.
So what kind of training that you will provide to your staff?
First is the attitude lah. For the attitude, and then your working style like that. You cannot like this lah. You should happy, and then you learn sir, what can I help you, like that lah. So be polite lah, and also for attitude lah. And then the next is you need to know the customer needs. You need to satisfy its need. If cannot, you want to say about sir, I cannot do this lah, but I can change another plan for you. You need to have the decision making, the skills. And then you need to know how to satisfy customer lah. Know like one by one lah, like that. No fighting lah, okay? No fighting, no argue, something like that. Yeah.
But actually, for the most important training, especially in this industry, F&B, right? Okay, when you are serving the food, people eat what? Okay, what people and customers they're more worried is how the food quality,
Yeah.
safety, right? Right? Whether it's poison or what, we don't know. So, what the most important training that we need to provide in this industry is the food safety training. Okay, so the customer part you mentioned about customer marketing, all those things is a second thing, right? The first thing quality is food safety training. Okay, so that's why I asked you first what kind of training. Okay, the most important is food safety training, right?
Because for the reason marketing strategy, they can attract people, but you want to keep them always come to your store, something like that. You want to they become your customer base. The food safety and the new dishes, the creativity is very important. Yeah, very crucial.
I have one more last question. Can you explain more about the AI-based logistics? How this working on this AI-based logistics? How it's work and what's the impact is to your business?
Maybe owner of the competitor can try to use AI to predict what customer needs or what customer don't need. Maybe the AI will give you new strategy, or you want to make some new product, will give you idea. Can try to data analytics and can try to analyze the customers don't needs or wants can improve the wants and don't want cancel the wants.
Good answer, but actually this AI is more toward the base customer. It's AI-based customer relationship. It's not AI-based logistics. We're talking about logistics normally when the business is dealing with the supplier. We call about the supply chain. Right? Maybe you can track, okay, when maybe if you can use the AI to see what kind of the ingredients that you always repeatedly purchase. Alright? Okay, AI also can help you, maybe can find the best supplier that can supply this kind of product. Or you can see the route, which route, the logistic, when we're talking about transportation, okay, where you can get, okay, how far distance of the lorry or the transport, okay, that they can provide you for this supply. That is logistic. It's not about the customers. That is AI-based customers. Alright, it's a different thing. AI-based logistics is different. You're dealing with the supplier. Okay, yeah? Alright, so that is the question. So I have a few comments. Alright? Something good that I see from this group, the confidence level is good. Okay, most of you, have a very good effort in, keep the eye contact. All right, accept everything. Okay, you must, you have to slow down a bit the way how you, talk. All right, quite fast. All right, and try to reduce the food. Okay, compare the guys in different bit. They are quite loud and steady, right? Professional, okay, is good. Okay, the slide quite clear. Just something that is not for future to improve. But the team must be consistent. Okay, I see got purple color, and then got the background, right? The color got red color. Cannot. You have to be consistent. When you presentation, right, must be professional. Okay, we have to be consistent with color background. The font color also must be, consistent. The size, okay, and also make it static line. Because I see some of the words like I need to turn my head between Alright, okay. So make sure that for this professional organization, okay, all must be consistent, okay. And okay, you have the numbers, right? A few numbers of the reference, right? In the reference list. But I see if not mistaken, right? Okay, I see this in-text citation is not matched with your reference. I see some got in-text citation. You know what is in-text citation, right? So every sentence or statement got citation. Some no citation. So I don't know where the rest. Okay, especially like using the security do a trend analysis, you may refer to somewhere. Okay, so if you refer to somewhere, even though we are using the slide, you need to have the text additions. This one is very important, very important. Okay, and also I noticed your title. Oh, okay, this for the challenges, international and the local market, right? The title is not clear. You should write international market, or another one is local market challenges. So I lost a bit there. Okay, that's why I'm a bit lost. I mean, when you present it, when you turn that slide, I'm a bit lost. But when you explain it, then I know all the challenges. Okay, so make sure the title. Okay, you put the word challenges there. Okay, you didn't put the challenges there. And the most critical thing, make sure your presentation do practicing in terms of the timing. Okay, some of you the timing are, not really consistent with the rest. Some have you presented quite long, okay, compared to some of you shorter. Okay, where the weightage of the content I think is quite fair. Alright, it's quite equally important. Alright, so it means that you guys need to practice equally divide, okay, your timing and presentation. Okay, and also the timing is you track is about more than 50 minutes. What you think about almost, because 10:50 you start until 11:30, about around 30 minutes. Okay, so you do practice on this. Okay, because some of the maybe if you mentioning any competition, okay, the judge will stop you at that particular time. So means that maybe you have more important content that you want to present, then you go on the market. Okay, and the last thing that I like to see the flow of the slide. Okay, is very clear. Okay, you come in the literature, the trend. Okay, it's very clear on that. All right. Okay. The rest, I think that should be. Yeah, I think that's all for me. Okay, very good. Okay.